Titling our message talk this morning from this text, what, Lady Key?
Inside out. Beauty that's homegrown.
All right.
All right. Here we go.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. I want to show y'all what my son, I'm not going to tell you which one, but I'm sure you can guess after I show it to you. My son showed up to his Zoom class wearing. Y'all remember what we call this? It's politically incorrect, but
we will not call it that.
But he showed up on his call wearing this. But you know what? When he showed up and felt a little embarrassed, the next day, he woke up earlier, he washed his face, he brushed his teeth. Not that he didn't do that the day before, but he brushed his teeth, he put his hair cream in his hair, put his Aquaphor on. You know, we lather our children in Aquaphor. He chose a color coordinating outfit just to join that Zoom call. And we all have had to learn the proper and presentable way to show up to some of our own Zoom calls that we've had to join too. This has been a very unique and precarious season with the coronavirus pandemic. We've been quarantined, teleworking, extended tax deadlines, not being able to gather together locally as a church, justice, social uprisings.
Social justice.
Thank you. Social justice uprisings. We've had to be really creative with a lot. Even this morning. I consider myself to be creative, but this has been a bit much. From learning how to homeschool, celebrating birthdays, Mother's Days, Father's Days, even Women's Day, like you said. So Zoom calls, we've had a lot of them. Virtual this, virtual that. If you weren't already wearing yoga pants and pajamas, guess what? You're wearing them today, and you're probably wearing them to work, but you just change up, put on a little button up or blouse. But, ladies, I know you also been putting on that makeup too, preparing for that 9 a.m. call. I'm not going to get on you too hard because like I told you, I just got on one of my sons for putting on all of his stuff for his Zoom call too. And I'm actually kind of surprised that I remember how to get dressed for church today. But, you know, things have been rapidly changing in what seemed like a matter of just a couple of weeks. Everything has been canceled. Birthday parties were canceled. Weddings have been canceled. Vacations, even funerals. Everything's been canceled. I'm grateful Women's Weekend wasn't canceled. You saw our theme, Women's Weekend 2020 is not canceled. Y'all hold on to that. But women and women's events have always been the pinnacle and anchor and influence in our society, especially in church. And for the past couple of weeks, Pastor Perrin has been preaching to us through the book of 1 Peter. And by God's providence, as he said, we landed on chapter 3, verses 1 through 6 this morning on Women's Sunday, talking about wives submitting to their husbands. And Pastor couldn't think of a better wife to teach on this text than me, his own wife, his homegrown beauty.
And yes, you are my homegrown beauty, and I'm grateful and amazed at how God orchestrated things for us to land on this passage this morning, and that you even agreed to do this with me this morning. Thank you.
Prayer works.
It's amazing how God in our life, though, will connect the dots.